Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett and I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. All right, today we're going to be talking about income shifting. Who has heard of income shifting? If you've heard of income shifting, type shift in the comments, okay? Let's really talk today. Type shift in the comments if you have heard of income shifting. All right. So what we're going to do today is really talk about, let me grab my notes. I'm over here supposed to be all prepared and whatnot. I left my notes over here. Okay. So let's talk about what is income shifting. Let's define the term and then we just going to talk about it. All right. Okay. So income shifting is a technique where you shift income from a higher tax bracket to a lower tax bracket. And so that can be something like shifting of income from from a person in a higher tax bracket to someone in a lower tax bracket, but it can also be the shifting of assets from someone in a higher tax bracket to a lower tax bracket. But the key to all of the shifting part is you're taking from high taxes to low taxes. So it really is a tax saving technique. Okay. And it works best. Like people are like, okay, who can income shift? Because, oh my gosh, I've heard of this income shift. As a matter of fact, it's been a hot topic in my inbox lately. So I actually, so I really want to make sure that I really talk about this from the tax perspective. Okay, so where does it work best? Well, income shifting works best if you are self-employed. So if you have a home business, you can really boss out in income shifting. But it also works if you have, if you don't have a home business, then it also works if you have assets and you have people in a lower income bracket that you support, okay? So those are two ways that the income shifting can work. All right. But here's the thing. There are rules. Yeah, there are rules. So, and the reason I stopped and I want to let that sink in is because people hear, oh my gosh, shift income, save taxes, and they don't think about that there are rules. Okay. There are rules, period. Okay. So now what do you believe? This income shifting, what do you believe is the key term in income shifting? Is it income or is it shifting? What's the key term? Well, if you said income is the key term in income shifting, I'm going to give you the high five, right? Because here's the thing. The only way to take advantage of income shifting is if you have money, all right? If you are making money. All right. That is the key here. So the problem that I see is that people are taking half the information, the part that sounds good, but really not understanding the overall implications. Yes, as a self-employed person, having a home business, whether you're a professional, or have a professional business, that yes, you can take advantage of income shifting, but you can't take advantage of income shifting if you have no income. If your business is operating at a loss, you might be able to take advantage of income shifting for a minute, but it's not going to be for long. Okay. So that's what I want you to really keep in mind, because, and I've seen the videos that get it right. But I've seen a lot more videos that get it wrong. Okay. And so one of those, just to give you an example, I watched a video from a young lady who talked about the mileage deduction for your business. Now, yes, you can deduct mileage for your, from your vehicle that have to do with your business. But what this lady said is that, let's say, for instance, you drive 12,000 miles a year for your business, then you earn $6,000 a year based on about a 50 cents a mile, mileage rate. Okay. I think for 2018 it's 54.5 cents, but don't quote me on that. But anyway, so you earn $6,000. So first of all, to clear that up, you don't earn mileage. The IRS does not pay you. It is a deduction from your income. So if you have, in the example that she shared, if you have $5,000 in income that you have made, and then you have $6,000 in mileage deduction, then your business is operating at a loss. That loss then reduces your taxable income, which then reduces your tax liability, or perhaps increases a refund. That only works for about 3 years maximum. And then after that, the IRS is going to come to you and say, I'm sorry, you have an expensive hobby, unless you can really prove that you're in business, that you are trying to turn a profit. And unless you can actually show that you are trying to turn a profit, they're going to tell you that you have an expensive hobby, and you're going to shift that money to the government. Okay, your income is going to shift to the government and not to someone else in your family. So while you're getting the good parts, again, you need to know the rules. There are rules to hiring your family members. There are rules to income shifting, whether it's income. There's rules to for shifting assets. There are rules, and unless you take the time to find out the rules, you're going to set yourself up for failure. Because I hear things like, I had this one gentleman say to me, well, I adjusted my W-4 to reflect that I'm a business owner. I said, oh, really? Yeah. So he's got more money coming home. Fantastic. Question number one, are you setting aside 30% of your income for taxes? Crickets. How much money are you making? Crickets. Okay. These are things that you have to understand, that even though you may adjust your W-4 to have more money coming home, that means that you're also paying less in taxes. Now, that in of itself is not a bad idea. However, you must be disciplined to be ready to write a check in the event that you need to. Because see, I've seen the people that have adjusted their W-4s, then didn't really make any money, and then wound up having to write a check to the government, or vice versa, who have, have adjusted their W-4s and then went and bossed out in their businesses, which is great. But then if you don't set aside the money to pay for your taxes and all of that, when it comes time to write a check, then we have a problem. And yes, there are other things that you can do with your money to avoid paying taxes. Absolutely. But again, the part that you have to have is the income. You can't avoid paying taxes if you don't make money, right? Like, for real, you need to understand that. So when you are talking about, okay, I've adjusted my W-4, so I have more money coming home. Hey, that's great. But you need to be educated about that shifting, about this W-4. Because number one, if you haven't done a new W-4 on your job for 2018, you need to do that. Because one of the studies that was recently published, I forgot who said it, who did the study, but one of the concerns is there's going to be about 21% of the population that are going to under withhold from their taxes. And that being an unexpected tax bill, not people who are intentionally doing it, but for people that are going to get caught by surprise. Okay, so if you haven't done the new W-4 calculator, the IRS has one for 2018, you definitely need to do that. Okay, that's number one. But you also need to know about your business. A business is not something to produce a tax refund. I can't stress that enough, because in the beginning, it may increase a refund or it may reduce a tax liability. It depends on how much money you're making. I don't know that for you in particular. That's something only you can know, right? So it may do that because you're operating at a loss, but you can only operate at a loss for so long, okay, before the IRS comes to you and they want to see exactly what you're doing for this business. And then if the IRS determines that you don't have a business, but you have a hobby, then they're going to be asking for their money back, please and thank you, and we'd like it back by this time, or you're going to start paying penalties and interest on that as well, okay? So yeah, income shifting, it absolutely is a real thing. It's absolutely legal, all of those things. But number one, you got to have income to do it. You can't be broke and take it and get tax advantages. So we got to get these home businesses to where we're making money. Okay. And then secondly, you have to be prepared. You have to be knowledgeable. You have to be knowledgeable about your tax situation. You need to know what your marginal tax rate is, your effective tax rate. You need to know all of those things about your tax life that too many people don't know, but we want to go shift income because that sounds slick and it sounds cute. It's all slick and cute until you get the tax bill. So this is what I'm saying, that, no, you should not want a refund. Absolutely, you should not want a refund, because a refund, it means you have overpaid your taxes and the government is giving you your money back. However, if you don't prepare yourself in the event that you owe, then you're going to be out of the frying pan and into the fire, because tax debt is the last place you want to be. And then I also had the question about if you get a tax refund and you owe the government, or you're on a payment plan with the government, will they withhold your refund? Absolutely. They most absolutely will hold your refund, a federal refund or a state refund, if you owe the government. They absolutely will. But if you getting yourself in a predicament to where you are owing the government, and be clear, I'm not trying to make anybody afraid of taking control of their tax lives. I'm telling you to get educated before you go and try and do stuff. That's what I'm telling you. Go get the rules, understand exactly what you're doing before you do it, understand the implications, understand the math behind it all, then go do it. But don't go and just start, I'm going into my business and I'm going to income shift and I'm going to adjust this W-4 and I'm about to be bossing out. And then you wind up having to write a check to the government that you cannot afford to write. That's what I'm telling you. So, like I said, income shifting absolutely is a real thing. Absolutely legal, but there are rules, and you need money. That means you need to go make money in your business. You need to operate at some profit before you can go shift some income, before you can avoid paying taxes. Like, you can't be broke and income shift. You have no income to shift if your business is broke. Okay, for real. All right. So I really hope that gave you something to chew on about your income shifting. If you need to book a consult, you can reach out to me at homebiztaxchat.com. So you can get the rest of the story. There are great people out here who are teaching about income shifting, who are teaching the right things about income shifting. Make sure you connect with those people. And because the people that are teaching the right thing are going to tell you the good and the bad and help you figure out what's best for you, because not every income shifting technique is going to be right for everybody. It's totally individualized. Okay, completely. All right. So that's it for today's episode, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, 9:00-ish, and you can come here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right. Have a great day. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.